Well, Rockstar, this gets complicated, but a very important person gave evidence today about whether or not the person who is leading the prosecution on Donald Trump in the state of Georgia, who was in a relationship with the district attorney, and what he knew about when their relationship started. My God, this man can lie. He can lie for Australia. He can lie for the United States. What did you think about that weird day?
Okay, so much has happened since we last talked. This case is falling apart. Fani Willis is about to be kicked off this case, or at least should be. And along with her special prosecutor, Nathan Wade, they've been having an affair. They've been going all over the world together. And they have a witness who took the stand and said, I knew it, I saw it, and she told me all about it. So that's a really tough witness to get past. Now there's this other witness named Terrence Bradley, who used to represent Nathan Wade as a divorce lawyer. But before that, they were law partners together. They were friends. And this guy gave it up to a defense lawyer before any of this hearing took place. He was like, yo, they started it years ago. It's been going on for years, long before she hired him. I mean, all the stuff that the Trump defendants have been alleging about these two prosecutors, this guy put it in text messages and was like, right on, except when he got on the stand. And he was like, holy shit, I shouldn't have disclosed any of that. As it turns out, I'm either going to make an enemy out of Nathan Wade, who's kind of powerful in this region, and I don't want to, or I'm going to disclose attorney-client privileged information, which is bad, which is not really what's happening. He's just more afraid of Nathan Wade. He claims he's been threatened in some of these texts. So he tried to lie. That's my opinion. Tried to lie at every turn and get out of these texts and be like, well, I didn't understand it. I don't remember it. I was actually just trying to confirm this one random word over here on page left instead of the huge paragraph over here on the right that I said right on underneath. He was just a liar. And repeatedly, the judge today said, you can move on, as he was getting cross-examined. I get it. I think we got it. And we did get it. We know this guy was lying on the stand, told the truth in the texts. And even though it didn't look like a spike the ball in the end zone moment for Team Trump today, it was. This guy discredited his denials, and what he wrote in the text messages obviously stands.
It's fascinating to watch, and people can watch this thing live either via the normal TV stuff or there's a million YouTube streams of these things. I love this judge, and not because this judge is doing, the work of MAGA. He seems to be the guy who's actually in the middle, forcing people to say, no, you can't hide, you can't run around, you have to answer questions. And that's how it's supposed to work. But you can see so often, particularly the questions that are coming up on the behalf of the state that are desperately trying to shut the whole thing down, that in other courtrooms, this thing never would have got out of first gear. But this guy goes, no, I want to learn about this.
He is bending over backward to be fair to both sides. To me, as somebody who's irritated by Fani Willis and thinks that she's lying, I'm annoyed. Sometimes I'm annoyed. I'm like, stop, shut their ridiculous repeated objections down so I can hear the testimony. But he's extremely fair to her. He really is. He lets her counsel object to everything. Finally, the defense today started saying, I think there's some leading the witness. These are speaking objections. A speaking objection is when you as the lawyer are telegraphing to the witness what you'd like them to say. Well, I think he testified earlier he has absolutely no knowledge of that. And he's been very clear he has no personal knowledge he can offer this court on that point. That's a speaking. So finally, the judge started to get that in hand today. But whoever loses will have no objection that this judge was not fair. He's been pretty incredible.